Well, guys and gals, time for an update from the lake cottage project. You've seen the furnace before. It's all buttoned up. We found the problem with what was wrong with the system. It turned out to be a plugged return line from the A coil that the original guy who soldered my lines together failed to cut off the factory formed plug on that line to keep it clean and keep the nitrogen in, so therefore there was zero flow through the system. After all that messing around and $1,500 worth of hours from a wonderful young gentleman who helped us out, it's done and it works great. So it wasn't the fault of the manufacturer, it was stupid human error. Ticks me off, but anyway, you can see it on my nice thing. Okay, so what else has happened around here? I did mow this path around through the field here. There's the unit we have to return. What other little project that I have? Sorry I can't show you this because I've already fixed it, but my friendly neighbor who mows for me with his big diesel tractor clipped my downspout and ripped that whole corner bead off the building. So what I didn't show, because I just got it done, is I had to take off, I've got one of those siding rippers, unhooked all the siding, took it all off all the way to the bottom, put the corner bead back on. I took the downspout off, re-nailed it all the way down the inside of the flange here, and then put my siding back on. And I just have to, when I get up to Ogdensburg, I got to get a couple of new, offsets, flat offsets like that to fix it. I guess I could probably just straighten it out. Alright, so that was that fun. The wife, starting the last time we were here, sanded the table that was on the deck. And we had it in here, we sanded it, we stained it, restained it, put 3 coats of polyurethane on the benches and 4 on the actual tabletop. Oh yeah, and so I was looking at, just to change the subject here for a second, I've been looking at another AC split system that we can use out here to cool the apartment upstairs rather than the big air conditioner in the window all the time. And there's a very flat unit. It's only 10 inches thick, 40 inches wide, and 30 inches deep, which would fit right there on the ceiling. Has a big, long, narrow output on the front. I would have to move my drain pipe here. All I'd do is I'd cut it off there and 90 it over and bring it down and over under it. That vent pipe would have to move, but that's no big deal either. We would cut it somewhere by that supporting thing, bring it over here and 90 it up. That just lets air burp out of the transfer pump for the sewage. So that would be cool. And then we just have to run a duct down the center here on the ceiling about 10 inches thick and come out of each side of it, go into the kids' bedroom where the 2 twin beds are, one here in the hall, one in the bathroom, which is over here of course, and 2 in the master bedroom. We probably will put them way out in the front here under the windows. So that would be fun, huh? Yeah, that's fun. Alright, so that's a little project that's coming up next year. So we have regular AC and it actually will heat. One more thing that I did Yes. This piece of siding has been on the cottage for a long time, and I guess lawn mowing or whatever. Got to throw a stone hole in it, so we replace this part, this strip here. Hey, and let's take a look at the finished table. The lovely Mrs. has been doing this. It's pretty cool. This is like a farmhouse table. It's narrow, it pushes under here even further if you want. I don't know why that's not going back in there. But anyway. But we did a little bit darker, and the polyurethane looks absolutely awesome. That shininess has gone away too as it's cured. So that's gorgeous. And let's see, we had another fun project. This is all the ins and outs of owning lake property, of course. The dang septic tank was overflowing, so I had to dig it up so that he could come and drain it. And I still got to try to see how there's that little hatch at that end. That's the input end. At this end, under all these roots, is the output to the leach field, and I'm hoping that maybe that's just got some roots growing into it. But unfortunately, I've got to chop through all these roots and dirt here to try to get the other hatch cover off so I can look at the baffle and see if there's just some debris, let's say, plugging it up. And I've been there with the chainsaw, and I've been there beating on it, and I've been there with the sawzall and all that stuff, and the blades just go dull so fast it's almost impossible. So anyway, I'm going to try to whittle away at that chunk at least to get that cover out. And the reason it was overflowing is we had just put in a new washing machine over here. So let's go see that. See, I've been doing a lot of little projects this year, trying to get them done so that I can finally do something and have fun this year. Of course, the bad unit has to be returned, so we've got the packing material for that. All right. In here, this sink used to drain into that pipe over there. And that pipe literally just went out through the foundation and under the driveway, which was like 4 or 5 feet deep. They backfilled with crushed stone, which made it a dry well. But I have since reconnected it with the proper traps, and I've got an 1.5 inch drain pipe running down, picks up the standpipe for the washer, and goes over, and probably can't see it, but it goes through the wall down there and into the transfer sewage pump thingy, and that goes through the wall and outside and back over to the septic tank. So that was a project. Right here I just teed into the hot and cold water lines for it and ran my 1/2 inch pipes right on the surface, right over here to a couple of service valves, and that stuff's easy to work with. I had to run a new outlet, so I ran a dedicated outlet over and through the panel boxes right on the other side of where that wall stubs in the other room. So unfortunately you didn't get to see me do any of this stuff, sorry. Yeah, we'll come on the other side of the wall here and you can see where the panel box sits down there. I do have a project I should do. I've got pole holder racks that I can put on the walls in here. You know, the bottom clips in, and then there's like the little rubber bungee things that holds the top. It'll hold 24 poles. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we got more than enough to hold all the poles. Yay. Yeah, because I bought four of them and they hold 6 each. This little gem right here is the sewage transfer pump. 1 horsepower. Basically has the pump has chopper blades in it. It emulsifies everything that comes in from the toilet and pumps it out that 1.5-inch line out through the back of the barn here and into the ground and across and into the septic tank way over there. And it works good. All right. Hey, let's put up the pole holders. Got to do something physical here at the lake, don't we? All right, too much glare. All right, let's go from this way. All right, let's see what we got here. Gofo. I got my fishing knife. Sharp knife. Got rats in the attic, I guess. This little sucker is sharp. Hey, Mars. My kitty cat's here to figure out what we're doing. What are you doing, Marcy? That's little Marcy. She's our little tortie. She loves, the cats all love the lake because they can roam around all they want. Out in the morning and in the evening. We bring them in at night because there's mean cats around here that they fight with. All right, let's see what we got here. How does this look? Better put my knife away. I don't want to cut anything I don't want to cut. Okay. Well, that does look like it might be big enough to hold the base of a pole. Because we've got those pistol grip types. Yeah, they're going to catch. Perfect. Well, the problem here is I got to put these down pretty low because we have some pretty long poles. So how am I going to do this? I'm thinking, why don't I just use this 2x12 that's right here. We're going to start up here though. It's heavy. Why don't we put another 2x4 on that?
I just put these on the broom table.
What I'm going to do is literally just start putting these babies. I really need to find something to sit on though. Oh, a bucket. Get a bucket. I'm going to put them where the holes are. I guess I could put shorter poles in the front. We're going to kind of have to alternate them or something because the handles are going to get tangled. Because they're awful close together. We'll see how well these work anyway. And they're not very rugged. They might need a board underneath them. You like my leveling technique? I'm going to try to shoot them right up between the studs here. There's only 2 little screws in each one of these. As I said, I might just end up putting that board right underneath them like that to hold them up. What do you think?
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, that's a great screw. Fire 4-ton torpedoes. Let's see how these work. That's pretty cool. That one's right where the thing is. That's the problem with these open face or these closed face reels. Get that. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Put that one over there. That one over there.
Bingo.
Much nicer. Really like to move them apart though a little bit. That's actually more sturdy than you think. Huh, there you go. Little Timu junk. Temu, however you want to say it. Whatever. All right. Project done. Fishing poles organized. All in their little cubbies. There's a few extra spots. Not many. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. And I have another pole in the cottage, so not a whole lot.
One on the dock.
And one on the dock, so yeah. There you go. All right, well that little job's done for now. Timu, thank you. Rod holders. Back in the boathouse today. I've got some waiter hanging brackets that I want to put up here. And I gotta get rid of those nails first. Because they went off my into a stud or something. Alright. And I want them pretty high. Oops. Alright. That was clever. Hey, I'll be back. I've got the door closed because, let's see if this lets more light in. Oh yeah. Much better. So, these came with their own screws and everything. They're probably junk, but we'll give them a try. Can't get too high here. I'm going to start this one right in the stud. Put, gosh, that's a pretty good eye, Bob. Pretty good eye. I'm just making sure I'm not hitting my water pipes, which there's one right here. I don't think close enough to hurt anything. But I'm going to use a shorter screw. Because the wood's only 3/4 of an inch thick anyway. Half inch. So here's a 5/8 screw. This will do it. And it won't go too very far. Right. All right. There's one up. Now I know there's nothing next to this. gonna put that one right there. Stud pack. You want stud pack? There's stud pack. Fudge. Ouch. Right below the nail. Oh, isn't that good enough? Look at that. I got pretty close. 1/8 of an inch don't matter. All right. We are back. Let's see how this works. Oh, baby.
Perfect.
This one I already had loop stuff to connect these up with, or hang these up with. But now we got this. And see, if they're wet, you can hang them up to dry. These are all my waders. Over the years I've had to get different ones, but these were my first ones. They still fit, but they started leaking in the crotch. They'd be okay for like knee deep in a marsh, perfect. Keep you warm and dry. These ones that I bought next, these are the ones that I use now. These were the ones I had after these. They're nice waders, but I'm a little bit too big for them. So that's perfect. And here's the drying rack that buckles around them. I guess I'll just hang that up there for now. Anyway, they'll air dry out nice there. I don't know where the wife got those racks. I have no idea. But they're just a simple little strap against the wall with some wire loops. And they slide right in. And it keeps them all straight and flat and straightened out and all that. Now, better off, the only way I have is mice climbing up in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to buckle the buckles. Buckle, buckle. The other ones, I don't think it's an issue. Yeah, we'll just buckle them all. I think the middle ones are Tidewee. That's still kind of like the new company these days. It's up and coming in hunting gear. I got room for another pair of boots if I wanted to put them in there. You can put regular, you know, rubber boots or whatever in there to dry. You can put them down low if you wanted to just do that. Put your regular hunting boots. Yeah, there's another little project. Plus, remember the pole holders. We did the pole holder racks for all the poles. Nice and organized. Now I gotta clean some of this more crap out of here. But there you go. That's another little lake project. We're going to eventually put an air handler unit on the ceiling kind of back where those two pipes come up vertically. It's going to be a big flat box. So I'm going to have to reroute those plastic pipes. But it's going to be a mini split. So the condenser goes outside and then the air handler goes on the roof here. And I'll have to add ducting down here along this wall joint, which runs out to each room to air condition the whole upstairs. That's next spring's project. All right, guys. Take care. God bless.